Water cuts persist in the Ugu District of KwaZulu-Natal's south coast. Residents say this is making their lives hell and their frustrations are growing every day. Certain areas from Hibberdene all the way to Port Edward have been without water for months. The tourism sector has been affected. The municipality is citing various reasons for the water issues, including aging infrastructure. Well, let's go live now to eNCA's Lethiwe Mdluli, who is tracking that story for us and has an update for us. So, Lethiwe, a concerning situation when we're talking about people not having water for months in an area that, in part depends on tourism. Surely this is of great concern. What are you hearing from the various stakeholders that you've been talking to?
Well, Lethiwe, since last week, we've actually been speaking to various people here in the Ugu District. On Thursday last week, I actually spoke to residents from different parts, such as Port Edward and also in Potchefstroom and Hibberdene, and they were all very frustrated over the water issue. Some have been without water for months, and they are saying that the situation is getting worse, and it was worse during this festive season. And they're also pointing out that holiday makers are very frustrated, and of course, I also had a chance to speak to some of the local politicians from here, and they were saying that 80% of this town or this area, the Ugu District, depends on tourism, and because of that, a lot of businesses are suffering. I also had a chance to speak to the municipality, the Ugu municipality, and they did say that they've been struggling with various issues such as money issues and also aging infrastructure, and also saying that they've been struggling with a lot of people interrupting the water supply. But I'm now actually joined by the spokesperson from the Ugu District Municipality, Mr. Franz Nzama, and he's going to elaborate further on the interventions that government in KZN is currently doing to Lethiwe. Mr. Nzama, thank you so much for your time. Just basically take me through the meeting, because I know that over the weekend you had a meeting with the Kokta MEC where he did say that they're going to be intervening. Take me through what was discussed in that meeting.
Thank you very much, and compliments of the new season. Yes, indeed, I think as we had indicated in our previous engagement, that the municipality is indeed committed in terms of ensuring that we sort out the issues of water supply in the district. And over the weekend, there was a multidisciplinary committee meeting which included various stakeholders and MECs from our provincial government. And from that meeting was a signal of the functionality of the intergovernmental relations within the province, where the higher departments were able to come down to the district in terms of offering assistance, so we can be able to rapidly respond to the issues of water that we are currently facing. And based on that meeting, the provincial government has allocated a financial injection in the form of a grant funding to the municipality to be able to deal with the immediate measures, so that we could be able to restore the water supply situation to its normal. One of those is to deal with the upgrades and also with the replacement of pumps at our abstraction point at our St. Helens Rock, and that is going to be effected with immediate effect. In fact, they are working on an implementation plan in terms of replacing those pumps, because you will remember the St. Helens Rock abstraction point, which is pumping to our biggest Popoye plant, which supply the whole of Reinkonyeni, both inland and coastal areas, has been experimenting pumping regime issues, where we have a plant which has a capacity of 85 megalitres, but we could only be able to pump to the plant only 65 megalitres. So now with this injection, of this financial injection, we'll be able to be pumping to its maximum, and the plant production will be able to produce maximum production of water to be able to pump to most of the areas that we are supplying within the Reinkonyeni area.
Now, the problem here, Mr. Nzama, is that you've been given an amount of 19 million as a municipality, but of course we were discussing that you need more than that. How much exactly do you need as a municipality to make sure that everyone receives water?
Indeed, as we had always been indicating, that in terms of the water demand versus the water supply, especially based on our infrastructure. Our infrastructure requires a lot of rehabilitation, and based on our plan that we have, our master plan that we have costed it at around 5 billion. So we'll be able to do all the pipe replacement, upgrade of our water capacity infrastructure, and also ensuring that all our plans are conforming to the standards that they need to conform to. But with this financial injection that we receive, we'll be able to deal with issues that are of urgent in nature, while we are trying to grapple with other issues, as we have engaged various departments, which even the Minister of Water and Sanitation has been engaged in this regard, and we are hopeful that we'll be able to get a further assistance so we can be able to restore water supply service to the district, as most of the people in the district and also our tourists require this district to be able to be adequate supply of water so tourism could thrive.
Now, 80% of this town actually survives on tourism, and I was speaking to holiday makers last week who were very frustrated, along with residents. It's not only residents from urban areas, but also residents from townships and rural areas that are suffering. Is there a time frame when will they receive water? Because some have been without water for months.
Yeah, firstly, maybe we need to express our unreserved apologies to our tourists that had to be subjected to some of the water supply disruptions within the area. That is why even we have also involved even our provincial government to come in so we could be able to rapidly deal with this issue. We are hoping that in the next peak season, some of the issues that were affecting the supply, especially within the coastal areas, as you know, that our district is a tourist destination of choice, and everyone wants to come to this district. So we need to ensure that we also contribute towards the economic development in the district, especially coming from the COVID-19 lockdown, where businesses are still on the recovery stage. So we need to also contribute in terms of enhancing that. That is why we have started immediately in terms of the implementation of this 15 million that has been allocated for our pumps at St. Helens Rock, and also with the remainder of 4 million which we will use to create and also enhance water capacity by drilling boreholes under areas of Umuzwabantu and Umzumbe.
And lastly, people are also complaining about water tankers not reaching their areas. So that means they have to buy water with money they don't have. What is the plan with that?
In terms of, you will know that as this municipality, we started to extend water supply through reticulation system to inland areas a while ago, and we had since stopped in doing that because of our financial position of the municipality. But our water tanker system is part of a relief measure that we are using as a municipality in terms of ensuring that our service of water supply reaches even the outskirt areas of whom we have not yet been able to erect reticulation system. So for us, it's a very effective system because it serves as a deterrent in terms of ensuring that people of whom do not even have water supply systems are able to get water supplies. And we know that it might not be enough, but we have recently acquired more water tankers because we are quite conscious and aware in terms of the task that we have as a water services authority in ensuring that all areas, both inland and coastal areas, do receive water, because water is life after all.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
So, Thulasizwa, that was Franz Nzama, who's the spokesperson for the Ugu District Municipality, just basically saying that they are receiving some help from the provincial government, COGTA. They will be receiving a grant of 19 million in order for them to try and provide water supply to their residents. Of course, the residents are very frustrated. I was speaking to them last week, and most of them are saying that there need to be a solution to this.